Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark at GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I've got a coffee we've used before on the channel. It really is a nice change of pace. Hang on, let me get a sip. Yeah, this is terrific. Courtesy of viewer Rob Miller. Rob, thank you again very, very much. Blackout Coffee Company's Smooth Finish. It's a light roast. And this is a nice change of pace because we've been using dark roasts and bold roasts and that sort of thing. So Smooth Finish light roast. Really nice change of pace. And it really is a nice smooth finish with each sip. Really, really terrific. They're located at www.blackoutcoffee.com. We'll have the link below, and a big thank you to Rob Miller for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel. It really is very, very good. It's a light roast, very, very smooth. We like that a lot. And the mug we're using this morning is our 30-degree mug that is available on the George Toon Shaving website. There's 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, on one side, and there we have George with his razor on the other side. This is perfect for the new wet shaver or the established wet shaver in your life. You know what? It's the start of November, November 3rd. Christmas will be here before you know it. So if you want to get a coffee mug for the wet shaver in your life, check out the 30-degree mug, the Monday morning mailbag, coffee mug, and a lot of the other stuff that we have up there at George Toon Shaving. And we'll have links below. That great Spot Prince 3D Boom Lather Bowl is also available. We'll have a link to that. Yeah, some really, really neat stuff up there connected with the show. Great for gift giving. And again, you know, the holiday's right around the corner. So if you want to look for something unique for the wet shaver in your life, check out George Toon Shaving's website where you can check out some of that merchandise connected to the channel. So yeah, that's really kind of neat. Great to be with you this morning. Hey, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. As we like to say in the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Let me get another sip. Hang on. Yeah, boy, it really is terrific. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you are listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms out there like iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Yeah, all of them up there. Really terrific. It's great to get the audio version of the Monday morning mailbag if for some reason you're driving or commuting on train or whatever it is, bus, train, whatever it is, and you just want to listen in and not have to hold the phone in front of you, that sort of thing. You can kind of listen along. So thanks very much for tuning in to the audio podcast this morning. Really do appreciate that. Boy, we got a great show for you this morning. Let me get over to my topics here. We have a terrific shaving tip this morning. Yeah, stay tuned for that. That's a good one. I like this one. That's really very, very good. We also have a continuation shave den visit courtesy of Abane Samant. Abi, thanks again very, very much. We have the usual round of reminders. We have giveaway updates. Got a couple of giveaway updates. Of course, we selected the winner in the David Lair sponsored giveaway. Gave away a gorgeous shaving brush. Stay tuned for that. We also have some great refill comments, some new wet shave gear. Boy, do we have some neat stuff to share with you this morning. A new artisan for the first time in the Monday morning mailbag. Really excited about talking about this artisan. We mentioned this artisan on the Second Cup podcast maybe a week or two ago. So we've got an actual shave soap to show you, and also some other neat stuff as well. Just a hint. New brush, new razor, stay tuned. And we also have some great questions and comments. So thanks very much for tuning in this morning. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Axman7588. And he writes, always a bittersweet moment when one of your soaps start showing the ring of death. That's a really nice little comment to kind of kick things off. The ring of death, that's when the soap wears down so much. You get a little bare spot right in the middle, and then there's a ring of soap surrounding it. You can, like here, here's my Tabak right here. You can see that ring of death right there. Okay, that's the bare spot right there in the middle, and then here's the soap, the ring of death. That's a great way of putting it. Wow, I thought that was very, very funny. I wanted to include that comment with your shaving tip. Thanks very much for that, Axeman. Really do appreciate it. He continues here. Here's a shaving tip for you. I have always been wary of where to dispose of my used DE blades. I'm concerned that just putting them in the garbage, double wrapped in paper or not, is dangerous. Some blade packaging, like the Persona or Feather plastic cases, have disposable slots, but not all. So for many years, I have used my empty Parasso pre-shave jars. It is safe and doesn't look out of place in the den, even if you leave it on the counter. Wow, this is a great shaving tip. I never thought to use a used up, empty Parasso pre-shave jar. It's a glass jar. It looks great. It's Parasso, and mine here happens to have a little remnant pre-shave cream still in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little spatula and scrape it all off and use it for one or two final shaves. I probably got enough in there for maybe two shaves, maybe one. And then I'm going to set it aside, and I think I'm going to start using it as a blade bank as well. That is an absolutely fantastic idea. Comment below and let us know if you're doing the same thing with your Parasso pre-shave cream jars. Again, this falls right in line with our discussions of repurposing things in the shave den, and this is a terrific idea to repurpose these Parasso pre-shave cream jars. And again, they look terrific and you don't want to throw them out. And because they're clear, you'll see that there are old blades in there. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So yeah, a terrific shaving tip. Axeman, thank you very much. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your stale mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Axeman, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit once again comes from viewer Abane Samant. We should be calling this the further adventures of Abane Samant, but this is really terrific. Again, he's got another great item in his Shave Den that he acquired while on his anniversary trip with his wife, 25th anniversary trip with his wife. And again, happy anniversary, Abby, to you and your wife. And the subject heading of this email is Greek aftershave purchase. Dear Mark, a belated congratulations on reaching 12,000 viewers. What a milestone. Another great show, Mark. Monday Morning Mailbag makes my Monday morning commute much more enjoyable. Thank you very much for the kind words, Abby. I really do appreciate it. Once again, 12,000 subscribers would not have been possible had it not been for the wonderful generosity and contributions of all the viewers out there. So thank you all very much. He continues here, I hope I'm not oversharing or taking up too much of your time. Absolutely not. I know a lot of viewers are loving this right now. He continues, but I wanted to pass along one last small discovery from our recent travels in Crete. While stopping for lunch in a quiet village, I wandered into a neighborhood grocery store and, to my absolute delight, spotted a bottle of Myrto Lemon Greek Cologne Aftershave. Now that is spelled capital Myrto. It's pronounced Myrto. I had paid nearly $25 for one bottle on eBay, so finding it there for just €6 felt like uncovering a hidden treasure. Myrto was launched in 1959 and is a true Mediterranean gem. Simple, refreshing, and steeping in Greek tradition. Its scent opens with bright, zesty lemon that lightens quickly and is ideal for low-scent environments. When other tourists asked what I was buying and I explained, they were intrigued. By the time I left, they had cleared the shelf of all the Myrto. Warm regards, Abby. I hope you got a commission on that, Abby. That is great, and it sounds wonderful. Another terrific item for your shave den. And folks, seek it out. Maybe on eBay, you might have to pay a little more. Maybe not. I don't know. But this sounds like a good one from Greece and Crete here, according to Abene Samat. Well, he got his in Crete, but it's a Greek cologne aftershave. Myrto, capital Myrto. That is absolutely fantastic. Folks, give it a look. If we can find a common link or a link where you can get a lot of selections of Myrto from various online sellers, we'll try to provide that below. But Abby, thanks again for sharing with us another terrific item that you discovered for your shave den while on your 25th anniversary trip with your wife. Wow. Thanks again, Abby. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, this morning we have a couple of giveaway updates for you. First up, something from RH Dave Wilson. He won that beautiful CB Brushworks brush handle, and he also informed us when he received it that a knot that he had purchased for it arrived the same day. Well, he affixed the knot into the brush handle, and he wrote the following: "Hi, Mark. Here are some pictures of the completed CB Brushworks brush I won. Thanks again, Dave." Boy, that looks absolutely beautiful. The knot fits in there so wonderfully well. The color scheme matches up very, very well. Wow, that looks great. My gosh, Dave, thanks so very much for sending along those pictures. But he also continues here in a follow-up email This is the first bowl of lather for this brush. It works so well. Yes, so well is in capital letters. That looks marvelous. He continues, by the way, if you haven't tried Moon Soap's Warmest Regards, I highly recommend it. It's a great fall scent. I like it year round. It lathers a treat and gives great glide and protection. Cheers, Dave. Hey, Dave, thanks very much for the shave soap recommendation. Moon Soap's Warmest Regards Shave Soap. Wow, we'll keep an eye out for that. If I can get a link for that, I will provide one below. Dave, thanks again very, very much, and so very glad to hear that the brush is working out so well for you with that new brush knot. Absolutely fantastic. And we also have an update to the David Lair sponsored giveaway. He sent along a beautiful, beautiful artisan-made shaving brush from his Indie Brushworks. Absolutely fantastic. And the shaving brush was won by Christian Wet Shaving World, who happens to be Christian Ortleb from Germany. And Christian wrote, hello, Mark. I couldn't believe my eyes. I won the giveaway brush. I am so glad. And he sent along his mailing address, and he concluded with, have a nice day. Greetings from Schleswig-Holstein, Germany. That is fantastic. Well, we already sent him the shaving brush. It's on its way. And I told Christian to please, when he receives it, take a picture of it, let us know if it got there in good condition, that sort of thing. And here's an aside. This is pretty amazing. I have started using the United States Postal Service's Click and Ship. Boy, is that an amazing piece of technology. So all you have to do is create an account on the United States Postal Service. And once you have that account created, just go to Click and Ship. And you can just go ahead and send a package anywhere in the world using this system, and it'll take care of international documents and all that other good stuff. And it'll just print out a label for you, and you just affix the label to the package that you want to ship. And then when your postal carrier shows up, you just hand it to your postal carrier. They scan it in, and you're good to go. So you don't have to visit your post office and stand in line. Click and Ship does it all for you. And that's how we shipped this particular shaving brush to Christian over in Germany using Click and Ship. So I'm really, really curious to see how soon it gets to him. And yeah, really, really neat technology. So my postal carrier was telling me this, Mark, use Click and Ship. And I'm like, wow. So you can just print the label out, and then if it's a small enough package, like a shaving brush, put it in your mailbox, put the flag up, your postal carrier come by, look at it and go, oh, and get their little barcode scanner, scan it in, and it's on its way. So that was really kind of neat. So I learned something new from this particular giveaway. Click and Ship. That was really, really terrific. And congratulations to Christian for winning the David Lair sponsored shaving brush giveaway. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shaving brush. And David does some really, really amazing work. And we'll link his Indie Brushworks Etsy store below so you can check it out. And congratulations to Dave Wilson for winning the CB Brushworks shave brush as well. Gentlemen, thanks for the update. Really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Boy, that's great. My gosh, that is really, really wonderful. Boy, they named it right when they named it Smooth Finish. This is terrific from Blackout Coffee Company. Smooth Finish. It's a light roast. Again, a big, big thank you to viewer Rob Miller for very kindly sending this one along to the channel. Like this one a lot. We'll have a link to Blackout Coffee's website at blackoutcoffee.com where you can check out this one and their other coffees that they offer. This is really, really good. A nice change of pace from all the bold and dark coffees we've been showing you and sharing with you in the previous Monday morning mailbags. A nice light roast. Very, very smooth finish. Like it a lot. Hang on. Let me get another sip. That's terrific. I forgot to mention, it's getting colder. It's getting colder. That's why we got the flannel shirt on. I mean, we're in November already, and maybe it'll warm up. We might have some warmer days here and there, but for the most part, this past week was cold and wet and rainy. My gosh. So we're into November. Before you know, it'll be Thanksgiving, and Christmas is right around the corner, and the other holidays, Hanukkah. So kind of getting into the holiday season already, holiday mood. Once you get into November, you got to start thinking about all those holidays. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Yeah, blackout coffee, very, very good. Let me show you again the 30 degrees mug. Right there, 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And then we've got George right there on the other side. And again, we'll have a link to George Toon Shaving where you can check out all the merchandise connected with the show. And also the Boom Lather Shaving Bowl from Spot Prints 3D. I have a link to that as well. So get something for the kitchen, get something for the shave den. Very giftable. Like as I say, the holidays are right around the corner. If you want something unique and different for the wet shaver in your life, check out the coffee mugs, check out the lathering bowl, that sort of thing. And we're drinking blackout coffee, which reminds me to remind you about the Black Coffee Life from Mantic 59. That's his website where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. So give that a look. And also the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A hardcover collection of all those great Lockhorns comic panels. And they also have a calendar, the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. That's also available. We'll have a link to both the book and the calendar. Again, the holiday's right around the corner. If you're looking for something a little different, something that's very giftable, that hardcover book and this Laugh-A-Day calendar, very, very giftable, and it will give the recipient a lot of great laughs and a lot of great delight in the coming year. So how about that? So a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Let's get to some of these refill comments. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip here. Okay, now let's get to some of these comments. Ken Frederick dropped in and wrote, "Love the Halloween shows." Thank you very much, Ken. I really do appreciate that. I have a great time putting those together. Last week's Monday Morning Mailbag was a Halloween show, and we also did a Halloween shave on Halloween this past Friday. I hope you were able to watch that as well. That's a lot of fun doing those shows and putting them together. James Sefton writes, "Hey, Mark, another great 3MB as always, and I agree on the less expensive soaps. They do a great job. Have a great week." Yeah, this was regarding Colonel Mully's blog post. Check out Mully Shaves, his blog, and he discussed Paraso and Palmolive shaving cream and La Toja shaving cream. These are grocery store shaving creams over in Europe, and they are regarded as being like something you get at a supermarket. But boy, they do a great job. And because it's coming over from Italy, I guess, we look at it and think, wow, it's a little more exotic, a little more upscale. When in fact, it's something you can get at the supermarket. But yeah, they do a great job. I love Palmolive. I love Paraso. I got to try the La Toja shaving cream, though. So thanks very much for that, James. Really do appreciate it. Jason, NYC 2006 writes, Mark Zarady, as usual, another great 3MB. When I started my wet shaving journey, I thought Paraso was an artisan soap. Also, my mom always tells me that you are her favorite wet shaver. My gosh, thank you so much. Tell your mom for me, thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. Jason's mom, really do appreciate that. And you know what? I also thought Paraso was an artisan soap as well. I thought it was an upscale kind of soap or cream. And Mully Shaves, Colonel Mully, kind of sets the record straight. So check out the previous Monday Morning Mailbag where we discuss Colonel Mully's blog, and there are links to his blog, Mully Shaves, that sort of thing. Check that out. Jason, thanks very much. And again, thanks very much to your mom. Really do appreciate that. Jimmy V Photography checked in and he writes, I always love your Halloween graphics. I think Malbulge is fall seasonal. Don't hold me to it, but for some reason, I think it is. I outright laughed out loud at George. Jimmy, thank you very, very much. I'm so glad you're enjoying George at the end of the Monday Morning Mailbag shows. I really do get a kick out of hosting George and also the Double Take cartoons. And it's great to hear that many viewers out there enjoy reading George and also playing along with the Double Take cartoon puzzle. Yeah, very, very gratifying to hear that. Thank you very, very much. And I think you are right. I think Malbulge is a fall seasonal scent. Of course, we talked about it in previous Monday morning mailbags. It's a great scent from Phoenix Shaving. Malbulge, if you don't have it in your shaving den, trust me, get it in your shaving den. Jimmy V approved. More importantly, approved by the models and actresses across the board that he has worked with. They absolutely love that scent. 100% agreement on that from all the folks that he's worked with. So check that out. And regarding the Halloween graphics, well, Jimmy, I have a lot of that is thanks to you, because you recommended a really terrific video editing program that I upgraded to do all the shaving reviews here on the channel. And I'm still scratching the surface with what that program can do. I'm going to have to eventually upgrade my computer system with a little more horsepower, a little more memory, that sort of thing. These video editing programs are amazing. And hopefully, in upgrading my system and learning a little bit more about the program that Jimmy recommended, it'll streamline the process a little more and speed up the editing process and producing some of these videos. Now, if you're curious, the program I'm using that Jimmy recommended is DaVinci Resolve. Boy, is this program space age. It really is amazing. Check it out. At the time he recommended it to me, it was on sale. It was like half off, and I just jumped at the opportunity of purchasing the full studio version. You can download it for free, but the free version doesn't have all the bells and whistles. I doubt very much you're going to need all the bells and whistles when you first use it. But I decided to buy the studio version because it was so affordable at the time. And it's local on your system. You don't have to pay a monthly subscription as you do with some other video editing programs out there. Once you buy it, you have it, and they give you all the free upgrades along the way. That is really nice. So a little more horsepower under the hood, and I'll be able to take advantage of a lot of the other tools on board. But boy, it really amazes me. And I'm so glad you enjoy the Halloween graphics. Again, Jimmy, a lot of it is due to your recommending DaVinci Resolve. Thank you very, very much. Just wanted to pass that along to anyone else out there who has a wet shaving channel and you're looking for a good video editing program. DaVinci Resolve, you can download it for free, try it out, and if you like it a lot, you can upgrade to the studio version. I really do like it a lot. So Jimmy, thank you again very, very much. Viewer Mike Perit writes, another great 3MB. I like to use my leaf shaving bowl for shave pucks, as you just press it in and once and I get enough soap. I just pop it out and continue working the lather. The bottom has a spot to lock the puck in. The bottom center is silicone, so you can remove it to rotate scents. Have a great week. Mike, that sounds like an absolutely wonderful shaving bowl. Please, if you could do a review on that, either with video or writing up a review and sending along photos to accompany the written article, that would be wonderful. I know a lot of viewers are very intrigued now, as am I. Thank you so much for that, Mike. Really do appreciate that. That's the leaf shaving bowl for shave pucks. Mike, thank you again very, very much. Vic from Newark, NJ checked in, and he wrote, hey, Mark, wow, who knew that feather branched off into the cartridge razor market? Looks quality. Thanks for the new product discovery. Hey, Vic, thanks very much for the comment. This is regarding the review that we did, the head shave review that we did with the feather cartridge razor this past Wednesday. Check it out. That razor was sent to the channel courtesy of Colonel Mully. Colonel Mully, thank you again very, very much. It is a superlative cartridge razor. I was very, very impressed with it. And you know what? I think that's a cartridge razor I'm going to throw into my DOP kit for my carry-on if I'm going to fly away someplace on vacation. that is a terrific, terrific cartridge razor. It really did a great job, not only for head shaves, but for face shaves as well. It really is a good quality product. So a big, big thank you to Colonel Mully for introducing everyone to the Feather cartridge razor. I didn't introduce it. Colonel Mully introduced it. So all thanks go to Colonel Mully. So Vic, I will send your thanks on to Colonel Mully for introducing everyone to the Feather cartridge razor. Thanks again, Vic, and thanks again, Colonel Mully. Let's see, this comes from Nightly Truth. I myself use a cartridge for my head shaves, one pass against the grain, and I'm done. Now, if only my face was the same. Nightly Truth, thanks very much for that. As we like to say on the show, your face, your rules. I guess you can modify that to your head shave, your rules, that sort of thing. And if you use a cartridge for head shaves and that works for you, absolutely, I would go for it. Although we like to stress our love for DE shaving here on the channel. I love using a DE razor for my face shaves and also for my head shaves. And there are times when, especially with head shaves, I bump my head. I showed that last week and it's just about healed up now. When I do that, I can't always use a DE razor because I don't want to aggravate that bump upstairs. And I'll use an electric razor or I'll use a cartridge razor and carefully kind of shave around that very, very tender area there. But some wet shavers like to use a cartridge for their head shaves and they use a DE razor for their face shaves. It's great to have a lot of tools in the tool belt for different situations, let's put it to you that way. And especially, again, if you're traveling by air and you want to take a razor on board in your DOP kit, it's going to have to be a cartridge razor. Don't take a DE razor. They'll probably take it away from you. They'll probably confiscate it from you. So we always like to say every once in a while, do not take your most prized, most beloved DE razor in a DOP kit in your carry-on. They're gonna grab it. Take a cartridge razor. Or at the very least, if you think you can get a DE razor through, in a DOP kit, that sort of thing, highly unlikely, but if you think you can get it through, take something that's a little less expensive, like a $15 to $20 DE razor, something like that. And my recommendation in that category is the Pearl L55. That's a really, really terrific DE razor for about $15-20, and it gives a great, great shave. So Nightly Truth, thanks very, very much for that comment. Really do appreciate that. This comes from viewer Mark Vernick. Trick-or-treating at your place, Sandalwood or barbershop, I'm mapping the route now. You know what? I used Sandalwood the other day. As a matter of fact, I used the Art of Shaving Sandalwood shave soap. I haven't used this in a while. And I also used a barbershop scented shave soap, 1955 by Rex Supply. That's a great barbershop scent. So I use them both here within the past week here. They were both terrific. Yeah. Let's see here. Larry Shaves. This is Larry Sablotny. I'm dressing up as Mark Zarady on Halloween. Larry, thank you very, very much. I'm very, very flattered by that. I think you're going to have to shave your head, something like that, and maybe also put a little makeup up there to get like a little bit of a bump or a wound up there. That seems to be happening to me lately. And what's Halloween without a little blood? As we mentioned on the Friday Halloween shave review, yeah, Halloween shave, you got to have a little blood, right? Larry, thanks very, very much. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, this review of Vikings Revolution Spiced Vanilla Shaving Cream comes from viewer David Dart. And David writes, Mark, good morning, sir. I had a shave this morning using Viking Revolution Spiced Vanilla Shaving Cream. The scent is amazing, just like it is named. So if you like a vanilla scent with a nice bit of spice in the background, you would love this scent. Sadly, that is about the only good thing I can honestly say about it. I tried to bowl lather, but it came out airy and foamy no matter how little water I used or how much cream I put in. So I scrapped that idea and decided to face lather. It was better, but it dissipated way too quickly. I had to lather and then shave my cheek, and then lather again and shave my neck on the same side. Then repeat for the other side. I did 2 passes that way. I usually do 3 and pickups. I have been shaving for almost 6 years now, and this was by far the worst shave I've had. I had 5 or 6 weepers, which has never happened before. The Vikings Blade Meiji razor with the second use Vikings Blade mild blade can't be blamed. If anything, I think it made it better to some degree. I would recommend spending your money on Cella or Proraso. Have a great day. Well, Dave also followed up with this. This was my honest opinion, and I know others may have different results. I'm going to try one more time using bottled water. Could it be the water? But again, the scent is amazing. Have a wonderful weekend. So he's trying to use this. He really likes the scent. He really wants to like this, but he's not getting that big, thick Santa beard kind of lather. I think that's what he was hoping for. Here's his final email regarding the review of Vikings Revolution Spiced Vanilla Shaving Cream. Mark, good morning, sir. I just had my 3rd shave using Vikings Revolution Spiced Vanilla Shaving Cream. This time I tried distilled water and Proraso pre-shave. The shave was okay at best, and I think it was due to the pre-shave. It's a 5.3 fluid ounce tub, and you can see in the picture how much I used for 3 shaves. This cream just doesn't work for me, but as we always say, your mileage may vary. It's a real shame because the scent is very nice. Spiced vanilla. Anyway, have a great day. Well, David, thanks very much for this review. And here's my thoughts on this. My thoughts on this after revisiting your emails and revisiting your review is I think this shaving cream is meant to be light and slick. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's ever going to develop a big Santa beard. Vikings Blade, the makers of the Meiji razor that you use and love, also makes a shave cream. And that shaving cream is, again, another one where when you build a lather on it, you don't get a big, full Santa beard lather. It dissipates and it becomes very, very slick. Moondance shaving soap that we recently reviewed, my thoughts on that were the same, that it's a slick shaving soap. You're not going to get a thick Santa beard kind of lather from it. It's going to be thin but slick. And that's why I'm thinking Vikings Revolution might be thin and slick. Now, the reason why we're going with David's review here is I want to know if any others out there have used Vikings Revolution shave cream, and what has your experience been? Are you getting a thin, slick kind of a lather, and is it giving you great shaves? That's what I'd like to know. There's something that might be missing in the equation in using this particular shaving cream. So I hope the folks at Viking Revolution hear this. Maybe they'll reach out to the show and maybe clarify a couple points in technique in developing a lather with their product. That would be wonderful to hear from them. And I'd be open to trying it myself. So maybe I'll look on Amazon and see if see if I have a few extra points and get some Viking Revolution. I'll get the spiced vanilla because you say the scent is so good, and maybe we'll give it a go and see what kind of experience we have. But I think this might be one of the shaving creams that falls into the category of being thin and slick. I could be wrong, but David, don't throw it out. I hope that you exercise the rule of putting it aside for a month or so and then coming back to it with a fresh perspective. And maybe, just maybe, it might give you some surprising results. That's kind of my hunch there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what others say about Vikings Revolution shaving creams. And I hope to acquire one and give it a go in my shave den as well. David, thanks again for the review. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Dave Wilson very kindly and generously sent along to the channel an absolutely wonderful and beautiful razor. Here it is right here, folks. The Page aluminum 3-piece safety razor from Rex Supply. This is their newest razor, and Dave very, very kindly sent this along to the channel. Here's what he wrote. Hi, Mark. Enclosed, you'll find a couple of gifts from my den to yours. Hopefully, they'll provide you with great enjoyment. The first is my Rec Supply Page razor. It's a very nice, very mild razor that I have used around 10 times. However, I have decided it's not for me, so I wanted to pass it on and thought of you. It has been thoroughly washed, although I wouldn't call it sanitized, so you might want to do that before using it. If you're interested in reviewing it for the channel, that would be cool, but I don't expect that. And then he continues here. The other enclosed item is a couple of tucks of Bolzano razor blades. Per the labeling, they are inoxidably, hang on, inoxidably trattari al titian. Well, man, I might. One more time. Inoxidabili trattati al titanio. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to get right now, which per Google Translate means stainless steel titanium treated. Tobin Fetters recommended them to me, and they are quickly becoming my favorite blade. They work well in every razor in which I've tried them. They took my timeless bronze from good to great. I don't recall seeing you review them in the past. That doesn't mean you've never used them, but in case you have not, I wanted to give you an opportunity to try them. Obviously, they're a your mileage may vary item, but at $20 for 100 blades on Amazon, they're about half the price of Feathers and twice the price of Tigers, so I count them decent value, especially considering how they work, for me anyway. Again, reviewing them on the channel would be cool, but not expected. Thanks for all you do for the community. Best regards always, Dave Wilson, RH Dave. Dave, thank you very, very much for the Bolzano razor blades. We're going to talk about them as well in this segment. But first up, we're going to talk about this beautiful Page razor, aluminum, 3-piece razor. It has a stainless bearing right there, a stainless bushing right there in the base plate. The base plate is solid, and it is a slot and tab configuration on the razor head. The razor cap has tabs, as you can see there, and the base plate has slots. Beautiful black anodized. This is made in Phoenix, Arizona, in the Razor Emporium shop, right there. It has a fluted, tapered handle. It's a little smaller in diameter towards the neck, and it tapers down to a little larger diameter towards the base. The end of the handle has a magnet, so you can pick up razor blades. That is a really, really neat touch. Like that a lot, and it fits together so wonderfully well. It is just beautiful. And you know what I just noticed here? I wanted to point this out to you, that bearing has a beautiful countersink in there, so that this handle, just like some of the other Rec Supply razors, has this turned down a little bit to a smaller diameter, so it fits right in there. Fits right in there so beautifully. Can you see that? Fits right in there so beautifully. You're not going to need an O-ring with this. Boy, this is a marvelously precisely machined and manufactured razor. Like it a lot. We've got the review done and edited. We're gonna upload it and schedule it sometime this week, maybe next week, depending on how things unfold this week. But boy, oh boy, this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful razor. Each one comes with a serial number, lifetime warranty. Really, it's a mild razor. Let me give you the specs on it. Again, it's machined in-house at Razor Emporium in Phoenix, Arizona, and anodized locally in Tempe. The Page is our first double-edged safety razor crafted entirely from aluminum. Wow. And it's offered in aircraft aluminum and jet black, and we have the jet black version right here. Proudly made in USA, 3-piece assembly, stainless bushing for wear resistance, fluted and tapered handle, 6061 aluminum. The length is 3.74 inches or 95 millimeters. The weight is 1.3 ounces or 36.8 grams. The blade gap is 0.020 inches. Individual serial numbers, made in USA, lifetime warranty. What's not to love? My gosh, Dave, thank you very, very much for this. That was very, very generous of you to send this along to the channel. This is a wonderful mild razor. Let's cut to the chase right now. I place this in the same ballpark as a Mueller R89 or the Merkur 34C. It's that mild. You will be hard pressed to nick or cut yourself with this razor, provided you're using good prep and good technique. It is that good. My gosh. And in my review, I also say that if you were to travel, if I was going to travel, I would take this one. I would take this razor. I would throw this in the adopt kit because of its lightweight, but because of its mild shave. So if you have to shave before some sort of evening event or wherever you are on vacation, you're going to be assured that you're not going to nick or cut yourself. Really, this is really a terrific, terrific razor. And you can also add a little more growl to the razor based on the kind of blade that you install. The Rex Supply blades that come with this, they give you a 5 count of Rex Supply blades, just pair up marvelously with this razor. I had an additional shave using a Persona Red stainless blade. Again, increase the efficiency a little bit. Just smooth and wonderful. Really, really terrific. So stay tuned for the review on the Page by Rex Supply. We really, really like this razor a lot. And a big thank you again to Dave Wilson. Now, we have not tried the Bolzano razor blades yet. I was thinking about putting a Bolzano razor blade in the Page razor, but because the Page razor comes with Rex Supply platinum coated razor blades, I decided to use that so that the viewer will kind of get an idea of what the experience will be with their own Page razor with the supplied blade. And again, they paired up beautifully. But I have not used the Bolzano blades, but we found this review on Amazon regarding it. This individual here named Cubit gives it 5 out of 5 stars, writes, "Great blades. I found Bolzano Supernox to be a great blade, as sharp as Paul Silver, but more forgiving." Now, this is from 2018, but it really is a good positive review. "Less aggressive than Feather, smoother than Astra, and all-around good blade that perfectly suits my face, beard, and shaving style. Paired with the super slick comfort of Parasso Cream, it's the perfect shave. I get about a week per blade, so these $9 worth of blades will last me half a year. So glad my brief foray into cartridge disposable in my youth was so brief." There you go. He likes them a lot, and it helped him come over to DE shaving and get away from cartridge razors. So he likes it a lot. And yeah, if you've ever used the Paul Silver, well, you know what? He's comparing them to those. So give him a look. Bolzano Supernox. My thanks again to Dave Wilson for very kindly sending along the Bolzano razor blades and the Page razor. Folks, we'll have links below. Stay tuned for the reviews. Well, as you saw earlier in the show, Christian Ortleb won that beautiful shaving brush in the David Lair sponsored giveaway. David, thank you again very, very much. An absolutely gorgeous shaving brush. And I was so flattered and honored when I met David at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup, and he showed me the shaving brush and said, "Mark, I'd like you to have this for the channel for a giveaway." Wow, I was just so honored by that because David does absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. He's a very, very talented artisan. And I agreed to it. And when I looked at that shaving brush, I knew I had to have a David Lair shaving brush, artisan-made shaving brush. So I asked him, "David, can I buy a shaving brush from you right now? Can I give you money for it?" And he said, "Sure." So I went ahead and I gave him some money, and he went back to his shop, and it took him, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks, something like that. I don't know how long it was. And he came up with a beautiful, beautiful artisan-made shaving brush. And here it is right here. Check this out. Isn't that gorgeous? My gosh. Get up to Indie Brushworks, his Etsy storefront. He does some absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, here's what he wrote about the brush in an email to me. "The brush is made from red palm, black palm, and Osage orange." Look at that. I believe the Osage orange is this middle wood right here. It just is so attractive. It just pops. It's set with a 26 millimeter Maggard synthetic knot. That is gorgeous too. That is really, really terrific. I would only soak the knot. Being wood, I wouldn't submerge it completely. It should be fairly waterproof, as I finished it with Danish oil that is set, which kind of polymerizes the wood on the surface. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I am going to enjoy it, and I am only going to soak the knot. I'll probably just run the knot under the faucet. It's a synthetic knot. You really don't need to soak them that long. Soaking a brush is kind of the habit of having, comes from the habit of soaking a boar brush and a badger brush, that sort of thing. But for synthetic knots, you don't really need to soak them that much, but I guess we just do it out of habit. But for this beautiful wooden handle, I will not be soaking the entire brush. I'll just be running this knot in the water, or just maybe swirling it in the sink water a little bit, get it damp a little bit, and start building a lather. And I have built some lathers with this. I've been face lathering with this. I'm going to be bowl lathering with it, and it does an absolutely spectacular job. As a matter of fact, just the other day, I used my Art of Shaving Sandalwood shave soap in a wooden bowl, because I had a wooden handled shaving brush here, and we did a face lather, just loading it right from the bowl here, and it did a spectacular job. The handle is very, very substantial. It feels so wonderful in the hand. It weighs about 5.25 ounces according to my scale, and here is that wonderful Indie Brushworks coin in the bottom right there. Yeah, it is just a top-notch shaving brush. So, David, thank you very, very much for sponsoring the giveaway with that beautiful artisan-made shaving brush, and thank you very, very much for delivering to me and the channel this beautiful, beautiful artisan-made wooden-handled shaving brush. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to give me many, many great shaves, and we'll be doing a review on it so you can see it in action. But this handle alone, it just feels great in the hand. And you know what? I happened to mention to him that it kind of looks like a chess piece. Doesn't it look like a chess piece? It kind of reminds me of a chess piece. Kind of has that kind of look to it. You know, there you go. Check. It just looks great. Now, I asked him if it has a name, and he said it's the 3MB Special, with a little smiley there. And he says, I honestly didn't give it a name. Totally up to you, sir. Well, we're going to call it the 3MB Special. That's exactly what we're going to call it, so that people, easy to remember, and when you see the review, you'll know what you'll know what you'll be looking at. So, David, again, thank you very, very much for this beautiful, beautiful artisan-made wooden-handled shaving brush with a beautiful 26mm Maggard synthetic knot. And thank you very much for sponsoring the most recent giveaway. That was absolutely wonderful of you. Thank you very, very much. Folks, we're going to link David Lair's Indie Brushworks Etsy storefront so you can check out all of his items up there. He really, really is a wonderfully talented artisan. Give it a look. David, thank you again very, very much. Well, we learned of a new artisan soap maker from viewer Gary JC. Now, a new artisan soap maker to me. You may have heard of this artisan soap maker, but here's what Gary emailed me. The subject heading was An Injured Soap Maker. Subtle Art Soap Company, An Injured Soap Maker. And Gary writes, this may be of interest to anyone who is enthusiastic about the products from Subtle Art Soap Company, LLC. Mainly a one-person operation who makes soaps, shaving soaps, and possibly other products, is injured, had surgery for his shoulder, and will be in a long recovery. And then he also provided some links to Joe, the artisan of Subtle Art Soap Company's YouTube channel, where he explains what happened to him. And he is in a recovery and had, I think, his rotator cuff surgery. And I think he is, he's going into therapy now after his surgery. So yeah, it has delayed some of the deliveries, and also the making of some of their soaps, that sort of thing. But in looking at his YouTube channel, Joe's still out there shaving. He's still talking about his shave soaps and his aftershaves and that sort of thing. And I happen to see a review on this one right here, Maple Bourbon. How about that? This is a marvelous, marvelous scent. Man, oh, this is great. Every time I take a whiff of it, sometimes I'm getting more maple, sometimes I'm getting more bourbon. It seems to be evenly balanced. And Oh, this is really, really wonderful. The other reason why I'm looking forward to shaving with this, it's a triple butter shave soap. I don't know if you can see that right there. Triple butter shave soap. And we have reviewed a lot of triple buttered shave soaps on the channel from other artisans, and I'm expecting great, great lathers from this particular shave soap. Now, at the time that I purchased this, their aftershave splash wasn't available. I just went up there recently. It was there, limited supply. I ordered a bottle. It should be on the way. So when the aftershave splash arrives, that's when we'll do a review of Maple Bourbon from Subtle Art Soap Company. Now, again, this is a veteran. Well, here's what they write on their website. We are a husband and wife, veteran-owned and operated small business located in upstate New York. And I got to tell you, the scent of this is just amazing. They make a great product just based on the scent alone. And again, triple buttered, I'm looking forward to some great, great lathers. Now, not only did they send along the Maple Bourbon, and check this one out. This is really, really terrific. He also has another new one that's available right now. It's Applewood Pumpkin. That was his most recent video review. Again, we'll link to his YouTube channel so you can check it out. And he also gave an update regarding his situation, his injury, his recovery, and the therapy that's upcoming, that sort of thing. They also sent along a packet of Astra razor blades. Thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that. And also 3 samples of some other shave soaps that they have. This one is marvelous. Night Out. Boy, oh boy, this is a really refined, gentlemanly scent. Hang on 1 minute, Oh yeah, that's terrific. Night Out is the perfect name for it. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect for a night out. Absolutely. And they also sent along this scent. This scent is marvelous. It's called Draconis. Maybe you're familiar with this. If you're familiar with Draconis, if you're familiar with the Subtle Art Soap Company, please comment below and let us know. This is a marvelous, marvelous scent. Wow. Oh yeah. This is another refined, gentlemanly, very elegant scent. I like this one a lot. At least that's how it's hitting me. This is great. This is great. And also a variation on Draconis. It's called Draconis, where is it here? Draconis Noctum, right there. Yeah, boy, oh boy, this is another really, really pleasing scent. Yeah, a nice variation on Draconis. Yeah, looking forward to using all of these as well and talking about them on upcoming Monday morning mailbags. But the one that we're going to be talking about and reviewing is Maple Bourbon. Again, this scent is really, really marvelous. What a great combination of scents. Oh yeah. You get the bourbon and you get the maple. Sometimes I'm getting the bourbon up front and the maple in the background. Sometimes I'm getting the maple up front and the bourbon in the background. So to me, they're evenly balanced in there. Yeah, this is really, really terrific. So my thanks to Joe and his wife for very kindly filling this order, sending along the samples of the razor blades. I know they're working hard and working through it, so thank you very, very much for your efforts. Really do appreciate that. Give them a look, folks. We are going to link them below. This promises to make heaps and heaps of lather. I am so looking forward to reviewing this. And again, as soon as the aftershave splash arrives, we're going to review this and hope to talk more about the Subtle Art Soap Company in upcoming Monday morning mailbags. Again, if you have used their shave soaps and their splashes, that sort of thing, please comment below and let us know. They also offer a full set of shaving gear, razors from Parker and that sort of thing. So really give them a look. They really look like a great, great online artisan seller and well worth the look. And Maple Bourbon is a terrific scent. If you're looking for a great fall scent, which is why I bought this one after seeing Joe's review, this is one to get. And of course, the Applewood Pumpkin sounds wonderful as well. So my thanks to Gary for the heads up on the Subtle Art Soap Company. And my thanks to Joe and his wife for very, very kindly getting this one to the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. Again, Subtle Art Soap Company will have a link below. Please give them a look. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. This question comes from viewer R.H. Dave Wilson. And Dave writes, "Hi, Mark. I just finished watching your Santa Fe Part 2 review, great review, by the way, and it made me wonder what your bowl cleanup process is in a case like that. I don't have any pucks in a mug in my den, as I am almost exclusively a scoop to bowl latherer, so there's no residual soap at the bottom when I'm done. This makes my cleanup very straightforward. Simply rinse and dry the bowl. When you have the soap puck right in the bowl, though, do you do the same, or do you let the residual soap dry out and remain available for the next use? How do other shavers approach this issue? Just curious. Cheerio, Dave. Dave, great question, as we've been using pucks in a mug. And two scenarios here. If it looks like I'm going to be using the shave soap again in another day or two, I don't really rinse it out. I kind of wipe it a little bit, and there's a little bit of residue left there that kind of stays along the inner rim, like here with the Santa Fe soap right here. You can see that because I've been using this. Now, if I'm not going to use it for a long period of time, then I'll go ahead and rinse it out, and I'll towel out the inside of the inside rim there so that it's a little cleaner. I do that with Tabak, just out of force of habit because I like this bowl. So as you saw in the beginning of the show, we were talking about the ring of death in Tabak. And, I usually clean out and you really wipe out the inner ring, the inside of the bowl here, especially with Tabak. I don't know why I do that. I just do it that way. And then I've got their lid here that goes right on there. And when I let it dry out, I won't put the lid on there. Although the lid is kind of designed to vent a little bit, I'll kind of offset it like this or just leave it open, and then the next day I'll put it on like that. That sort of thing. You saw this sandalwood shaving soap in this bowl from The Art of Shaving, and this one I did wipe out and kind of rinse out a little bit. You do see a little bit of residue there, so I didn't really rinse it completely, but I did do a little bit of toweling out because this made heaps of lather on the brush. And of course, I used the new David Lair shaving brush with this. And in building that, in loading the brush and building the lather and doing a face lather, it really, really overflowed a great deal. So I have to wipe that out because of the size. And of course, put the lid back on very, very nicely. Moon Dance, I've been using Moon Dance, so I really haven't been wiping out the inside of it. Because I'm using it, and I don't know if that remnant adds to the next lather or not, but I try to keep things neat from being on top and not getting rid of the overflow is what I'm saying, that sort of thing. This particular mug, I found this mug on eBay. I don't think you can find these anymore, and I happened to get I don't know what artisan. I think this was a local artisan soap maker. Because it's a 330 area code. I got to find out who that is again because it's not on their label. I might have bought that at an ox roast a number of years ago. But anyhow, during 4th of July weekend. But anyhow, this soap, very, very hard soap that I set in this mug, it was it was a little undersized, smaller diameter to the mug, but it fit in there nicely. And of course, you can see some of the residue in between the soap and the wall of the mug. But again, with this one, I wipe it out. I rinsed it out a little bit, wiped it out, but I didn't overly rinse it. But if I did, this little bit of soap formed in there. And then, I happened to find this lid right here, this plastic lid, and I put the label on it, and it seemed to fit very, very nicely. So it covers up that soap so dust doesn't get in there, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing. If I'm gonna put it away for a while, I'll do a complete rinse, dry out the inside, the inside of the bowl. Wipe that out and let the soap dry out, and then cover it with something, and set it aside on on the shelf. And if it's something I'm going to use, then I'll just wipe it out and then, use it the next day to lather, as I've been doing with Santa Fe. Well, no, this is Moon Dance. This is Santa Fe. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It just depends on how often I'm going to be using that soap. So Dave, great question. I'll put it to the viewers out there. What do you do? What is your routine when it comes to soap? A soap puck in a mug, apothecary mug, or in a bowl of your choice. How do you clean it out? How do you tend to it? What is your routine? Dave, thanks again for a great question. Really do appreciate it. Hey, we want to mention that fellow wet shaver Larry Sublotny now has a YouTube channel, and it's called Larry Shaves. And you can find it at www.youtube.com/@Larry Shaves. Give him a look. I've subscribed to it, and I'm looking forward to some great shaving views from Larry Sublotny on his new channel, Larry Shaves. His first video has been posted, a morning shave with Phoenix Shaving Atomic Bay Rum. Give it a look. Looking forward to some great shaving videos from Larry Sublotny. Larry Shaves. Will have a link below. Well, in a previous Monday morning mailbag, viewer Nate Jackson, brought to our attention a new regulation that the military is implementing to servicemen to always be clean shaven. And Nate was saying that the shaving needs of African American soldiers and other minority soldiers is a little different, a little more unique. And he was wondering what would be available there so that those soldiers could meet those new requirements. And we talked about it back and forth, and the bevel came up. The brand bevel came up in our discussion. And Nate very, very kindly sent along to the channel the Bevel Shave Starter Kit. Boy, this is a terrific shave starter kit. We reviewed it. I really liked it a lot. It comes with everything you need to get your wet shave off to a good start. And again, the inventor, the gentleman who founded this company, an African-American individual, designed this specifically to meet the shaving needs of minority shavers, African-American shavers. And of course, we used the Bevel razor, which was just wonderful. And of course, the Bevel shave cream, we like that a lot. They also included a shaving brush. You get aftershave balm. You get everything to get a great shave. So Nate sent along an email recently and wrote, "Hi, Mark, take a look at this." And this is from the getbevel.com blog. And here's what they have to say. Serving those who serve. Bevel's military discount for bump-free shaves. At Bevel, we're committed to supporting those who serve, starting with a grooming solution designed to meet your needs. That's why we're proud to offer a military discount on the Bevel Shave Kit subscription, our clinically proven system made specifically for men with coarse or curly hair who deserve skin care that works as hard as they do, supporting our troops with premium skin care. And of course, they talk about the discount and how to claim the discount. They talk about the Bevel difference, clinically proven results. The Bevel Shave Kit isn't just another grooming product. It's a dermatologist-tested solution made specifically for men with coarse or curly hair. Our system has been clinically proven to reduce razor bumps when used as directed. And of course, they talk about the science behind Bevel's success: single blade safety razor, pre-shave oil, shave cream, post-shave balm, how to master the Bevel shave, join the ranks of bump-free shaving. And of course, the part that I really enjoyed is they have a great comic strip outlining the Bevel system, meeting the needs of African American and other minority soldiers, and how it works and that sort of thing. Really terrific marketing for those in uniform who have to meet this new requirement now. This is something that Nate was very concerned about, and congratulations, Nate, for bringing this issue to the attention of Bevel, because Nate was hoping that the folks of Bevel would get involved, and they have because of Nate's efforts. Nate, congratulations on this. This is absolutely fantastic. Really, really wonderful to hear. Thanks again for sending the Bevel Shave Starter Kit to the channel. It really is a terrific, terrific shave starter kit for African American and other minority wet shavers out there, and for anybody doing a wet shave. We really enjoyed it, and I really, really enjoyed using the Bevel razor. There are a lot of clones of this razor out there that we have used, but this really is a very, very well-made DE razor that'll give you a terrific, terrific shave, especially when you use the other products in the wet shave starter kit. Their shaving cream is great. Their pre-shave oil is great. Their shaving brush is terrific. Great for the shave den, great for travel. Yeah, so check it out, the Bevel Shave Starter Kit. And again, a big congratulations to Nate Jackson for all of his efforts in bringing this issue to the attention of the folks at Bevel. Bravo, Nate. That's absolutely fantastic. Folks, we'll have links below to Bevel so you can check it out yourself. Nate, again, congratulations. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.